Back at you with another episode coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com. Offer of love can't wait, which can be found on amazon.com. So it's official, like a referee with a whistle. This is another late night banger. And I did one of these last week. So I decided to do another one, being that I was up late. I knew I was going to be up late. So, hey, why not, man? Let's make it do what it do, baby. You know what it is. What's going down? Michael is in his house. Y'all know what it is, man. You know? When I'm going to have a convo with ladies. I have a conversation with ladies. I've done that plenty of times. You got to look back at the previous videos, bro. You late. I've had quite a few women on here recently. Over the past 3 months, quite a few women from all over the world. Just go look at the previous episodes. You dig? Yeah, I have been. The majority of the people I bring on are women. I don't bring a lot of guys on. The majority are women. Yeah, go check it out, bro. I bring a lot of women on. Yeah, all women from all over the world. Women from the Philippines to America to goddamn Canada to you name it. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Who's the girl? Oh, that's just a picture I got off of a site. I don't actually know the girl. I just thought it'd be a good thumbnail. That's why I used it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been the last 3 weeks. I'm kind of slowing down on bringing people on, but I'm doing something with somebody tomorrow. Hopefully, if everything goes planned, and maybe Friday, I'm gonna try to bring somebody on. Yeah, but I'm gonna just keep it coming. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, man, when it comes to bringing people on, it just depends on the topic and depends on if I'm feeling it. Sometimes I might not be feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So crowd automatically comes in. Wow, so same crowd automatically comes in. Well, yeah, usually. Depend a lot of times, depending on what time I come on, it might be a different crowd. But for the most part, lately, anyway, it's been a lot of people that's been following me for a long time. And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Especially during one thing I noticed during football season is a completely different crowd that'll come on versus when it's not football season. That's one thing I've noticed. Comprehend is what type of topic or what type of topic or mainstay? I don't understand what you're talking about, bro. I like that juicy watermelon. Hey, I like it too. I like it too. However, What's her mind like? What her mind like? See, a lot of women out here got banging bodies. You know, the bodies is banging. They look good. There's tons of women out here that's like that. But what else is there about her? See, we gotta rise above the flesh. You know what I'm saying? It has to be more about them than just the flesh. I mean, the flesh is a good start, but what else is there about them? You know, because the sex, it might be good for a while, but that's going to change over time. And one of the reasons, one thing that we done turned sex into like a goddamn heavyweight round. We turned sex into like an event now. You know, when you have sex with a girl now, men and women, it's kind of like, it's like an experience all to itself now. We done turn sex ain't what it used to be. You know, people start saying, "Hey, you got skills in the sack." I'm like, what? They started talking that talk about 20 years ago. You know, it's like, but what about the mindset? I mean, if the mind is right, you don't really have to have all them damn skills. You don't gotta have a bitch upside down and doing all that crazy shit. You know, you don't really gotta do all that. All that doing all that super acrobatic shit in the sack. If the woman mind is right and your mind is right, she can get off in 15, 20 minutes. Gushing. But if her mind ain't right and your mind ain't right, it's gonna be an uphill battle. It's gonna be like a heavyweight fight. Mike Tyson in this bitch. So a lot of people, I came to the conclusion a lot of people, number one, they don't like talking about sex. And then a lot of people just don't know what the hell they be doing. They don't know what they talking about. And they think they know what they talking about. That's the thing. I hear a lot of women talking that talk, because damn near every woman thinks she got the best box in the world, the best jelly box in the world. She might not say it, but I've never met any woman that didn't think she was good in the sack. I never met one. Every woman thinks, oh man, I'm gonna put it on him one real good time and he gonna be hooked. I'm like, what? And they talk that big talk. I'd be like, you're not as good as you think. Yeah. And plus, once you've done all that talking, you can't back up all that shit. So sex is turned into like like an experience. That's how they like saying it. Hey, what kind of skills you got? Let me see what you got. Oh, okay. I'm back. So, what type of topics are most interesting to be brought up? That depends on the person, bro. Now, Western women ain't for you. I always earned that. Yes, it matters. True, but if she's got a great mind, she'll do all of that anyway. Yeah. But if she don't have a great mind, that's when a lot of the mental blocks come into play. And it's hard for me to be satisfied, and that type of talk. Or some women, believe it or not, they don't know their bodies. They don't really know what they like or don't like. They really don't know. You know, they really don't. They expect you to find out for them. And I'm not saying anything wrong with that. If you're my woman, we live together, we're married, cool. I don't got a problem with that. But if you're some random girl, that I barely know, no. I'm not I don't have no incentive to find all that stuff out for you. I'm not, there's no reason why I should do that if I barely know you. And those women usually have a lot of problems, because a lot of them, she belongs to the streets. So they come standard on every model. I don't know what that means, but I would definitely one shot this homie right here. Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you can handle it, brother. But does booty call to you? That's my question. Does body count matters to you? And if so, why? If body count does matter to you, if so, why? And how much is too much? How much is too much? I mean, if it does matter to you, what are you going to do about it? That's what I want to know. How much is too much? And what are you going to do about it? In this day and time? I mean, why does a woman with a high body count, why does it bother you so much? That's my question. Why does a woman with a high body count, why does it bother you so much? Why does it matter? And how much is too much? Is it 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100? How much is too much? 10 guys, 20 guys, 30 guys, 50 guys? Let's say she's 30. She's been with 10 guys. Is that too much? That too many guys? I mean, these women are going to lie to you when it comes to the body count anyway. So sometimes what you don't know, you don't know. Because women don't come with an off switch. They don't. But if you found out, let's say she's 30, let's say she's 32. You find out she's been with 20 guys, which is not really a bad number, really. If she's 32 and she's been with 20 guys, 20 different guys, that's not really a bad number. But I'm just being conservative here. But would that bother you? If you're 32, let's say you meet a woman, she check all the boxes. She's loving, caring, nurturing. She's by your side. Whatever you need help with, she tries her best. Whatever, all the stuff. She check all the boxes. But you find out she's been with 20 guys and she's 32. Would you let her go? Or what? Dismiss it. What would you do? Well, smash the like button. Share the video. They don't really know how to stop running around even after she gets in a long-term relationship. I don't know about that, Michael. No, I don't know about that. I've seen some shit. Now, I'm not going to say I've seen some women shut everything down. Now, that's not common. What usually happens is if a woman says, some women go through phases just like guys go through phases. What usually happens with a lot of women is they'll have what some people call divine intervention, where they'll be like, okay, I have to basically reprogram myself. I got to get out of this club. I got to get out of this nightlife. I got to get out of the darkness, so to speak, right? And it's like a cleansing process that some women go through. And it might last for a year or two. And that's when they'll be like, okay, I done got that out of my system. I don't drink no more. I don't smoke no more. Or and most of the bad habits she done got rid of. That's part of the reprogramming, right? Then she'll be like, okay, I'm ready to start dating and get serious and meet a guy and have a family and all that, right? Now, there's some women that do that, and then you have some women that do it like you talking about, Michael. They'll still be in the dark side, party mode, smoking, drinking, doing whatever, right? Then they'll meet a guy, and maybe it's the guy that she always wanted to be with, but she's just not ready. So she gets to a crossroad where she wants to stop and get out of the dark side, but she don't have the will and the mental capacity at the moment to do it, because she have too many bad habits that she's engaging in, right? So she ends up losing the guy that she always wanted. He walks away because he finds out that she ain't ready. Those are the women that you're talking about, Michael. Those are the women you're talking about. Those women, they're just not ready when they meet that guy or meet that dude. They'll try to stop doing or get right, like some people like to say, but it usually doesn't work because she can't break that habit. She can't break the bad habits. She's still in the club. She's still living that fast life. She's not willing to give up or make certain sacrifices for the long term. This happens to a lot of people. It's nothing special about it, but it happens. See, you have to become a wife, just like you have to become a husband. But you have to be ready when it happens. When you meet that person, you have to be ready. You can't get ready. You know, they say if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. But a lot of people think they can just live one way, and then when they meet somebody, they'll just shut it down and become like a brand new person. No, it doesn't work that way. No. Even if, now you might be able to fool somebody or perpetrate the fraud for an extended amount of time, but eventually you're going to get found out, you're going to get exposed, and that person is going to walk away. That's what usually happens. You know? I mean, you even said you sure have seen some, and no, that's not common. But that's temporary insanity. I don't know if it's temporary insanity. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. I think it's just bad programming, man. That's what I would say. Just bad programming. That's all. You know, that's what it is, especially when it comes to a woman. You know, women, they're already emotional anyway. So if you throw in some bad programming and the wrong information, oh, that might send her into a tailspin for years. Could be for life. You know, but let's say, hypothetically, let's say body count does matter to you. Let's say 10 is too much, 20 is too much, and she's 32, you know, or 42. It don't matter, you know. Let's say it's too much. 20 is too much and she's 42, right? Well, my question is, what kind of woman is you going to find with a lower body count than that? Where you going to find a woman with a much lower body count at? That's all I'm saying. In this day and time, this is not the 80s no more, man. This ain't the 90s no more. 80s and 90s, yeah, the women usually didn't date a bunch of guys like that. Especially if she lived in a small town. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, well, 70s, 80s, and 90s, it was one at a time. You know, and when the 2000s came, it started being multiple guys for a lot of these women. But when I was growing up, it was one at a time. So women didn't really switch guys like that. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen like that so fast. Unless you live in some place like New York City or LA. You know, that's pretty different ball game. But outside the major cities, it was one at a time. So women didn't really have a high body count like that. And plus, eventually she was going to settle down with one of those guys. She was dating with a purpose. It wasn't, and in essence, it wasn't really dating back then. It was more of courting, you know, which is, hey, you talk on the phone, you go to the park, I meet your family, you meet my family. We study together at the library. People didn't really go to the restaurant like that. They didn't really go to the bars like that. They might go on a vacation, you know, but even that was kind of pushing it, really, going on vacations, you know, at least where I'm from anyway. I'm from a small town. I didn't really see a lot. Only people I saw go on vacations were married people. people that were quote quote dating, they didn't really go on vacations like that together. Yeah, they might go out of town, but it ain't like the way it is today. Today, you got guys that'll take any girl on a vacation. They'll take any girl to their mom's house or their family's house. They'll take any girl to the restaurant. Dudes today are kind of different. you know, it's a different people. A lot of guys are just doing whatever today. No, they have temporary sanity. They will go back to the phase in the middle of a serious relationship. It depends on the guy. Really. You think it's 10% of the men sleeping with 80% of the women? I don't know about that, man. I hear a lot of numbers being thrown out here, percentage-wise. I don't know. I know there's a small percentage of guys that are sleeping with a lot of women, but and dating a lot of women, and are getting the attention of a lot of women. But I don't know I don't know the numbers, Paul X. I can't say because I really don't know. But I know there's some truth to that, though. There's a small percentage of guys that are in demand, so to speak. There is some truth to that, but I don't really know the numbers. I've seen this when I was in high school, college, in the Navy. Yeah. So I would say in certain environments where you can see it, I mean, it's it's based on my experience. There's some truth to that. I would say that definitely the majority of guys are not sleeping with the majority of women. That's definitely not true. I'll tell you that much. She's imprinted on too many men, then there is wasting good men's time. If they haven't dated with a purpose before for years, so would they really know how to do that now? Some do. People learn better, man, as they get older. There's people people do change as they get older. Do everybody change? No. It's a small percentage of people that do change, though, for the better. But the majority, is those numbers big? No. As far as the imprinting on too many men, you can, depending on the guy, you can burn all that imprint to hell. That's just depending on the guy. Now, if you're a beta dude or if you whack in the sack, that ain't gonna work because you won't be able to build up enough energy to burn all the trash that she's been with over the I don't know 10, 20 years or whatever the case is. So I understand what people say when it comes to imprinting on too many guys, but all that can be burned out, so to speak. But it takes a certain type of guy to do that to a woman. I've done that to a woman before. So I know it. There's a possibility that there's hope for the 304s out here. There's hope for the 304s out here, man. I'm just saying, man. There's hope for the 304s, man. I've seen some of them women make a complete change. with the help of religion. You know, I've seen it, bro. I know women that have done a 180, bro. You know, you wouldn't believe it. You'd be like, what? Yeah, it happens. Does it happen all the time? No. Is it likely to happen to the average woman? No. You know, anything is possible. That's the point I'm trying to make. Just because you haven't seen it or you haven't done it, that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. That's all. That's the point I'm trying to make. A lot of stuff that are being said online is coming from people that really don't really have enough life experience. I mean, if you're 24, well, goddamn, how much experience do you really have? So if a 24-year-old guy is saying, hey, this girl that's a hoe, there's no hope for her. You know, I expect that from him. Yeah, I expect that from him. And I'm not going to say anything different to him. I'm not going to correct him. That's his reality. He doesn't know any better. And that's okay if you're 24. But if you're 44 and 54, you're a little slow there, buddy. You know, you gotta, I mean, if you're 45, you got less time in front of you than behind you. So you're not supposed to be talking the same shit if you're 45 versus 24. That's all I'm saying. It shouldn't depend on the guy if she's serious about him. There has to be some form of acceptability. That's why I'm leaving. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it has to. It depends on the guy and depends on her. She has to be open to the guy. She has to be willing to change. She has to be willing to become a better woman. All of that, yeah, all that plays in there in the part, of course. I mean, if you go overseas, bro, the grass is never green. The grass is never green. It's just a different type of grass on the other side. If you go overseas, now you have a language barrier. And you have to learn the culture. It's not going to be easy as you think. It's not easy, man. Learn another language, especially the older you get, the more difficult it gets. You know, I don't know about you, but I can't pick up things as fast as I used to versus me being in the 20s and 30s. I don't know about anybody else. Some people might be different. But me personally, I don't pick up things as fast as I used to. It takes me a little bit longer. I got to put in more time and effort and study more. You know, in my 20s, this shit was easy. I could start. I mean, this shit was like, just give me the basics and I'll take it from there. But I can't do that shit now. And how long is it going to take you to learn the culture? And you're going to get taken advantage of if you don't know the culture. Guaranteed. And can you handle that? That's the thing. It's not if you're going to get taken advantage of, when. Guaranteed. And see, now I was naive when I was younger. Because I used to say, hey, if I'm a nice guy, it should be nice to me. I'm nice to her, she'll be nice to me. Why would she take advantage of me if I'm nice to her? Because she can. That's why she take advantage of you, because she can. That naive way of thinking, like I was in my 20s. I used to think, hey, if she cool with me, I'm cool with her. We shouldn't have no problem. Nope. That's not true. That's definitely not true. It don't work like that. You know? But a lot of us, when we're young, we think it's supposed to be one way, but it don't really work like that. You know? It don't really work like that.
You what?
All right. A 6, certain 7 type, 8 of 9, guide 10. Oh, I don't know what you mean by that. Just a different shade of green. Yup, exactly. But can you handle that grass? Hey, that's the thing. It might be better, it might be worse. But it can get better, but you're gonna have to learn the language and learn the culture. You can't learn the purpose of learning the language, it's not just to communicate better. It's to learn the culture, their way of thinking, their way of doing things, how they see things. Because if you go over to these countries with the American way of thinking, which is a very corrupt way of thinking, well, you're definitely going to get taken advantage of. Because in this country, we have a trick mentality. A lot of most guys have a trick mentality. We just keep paying and make the woman happy and all this crazy shit. It don't work in other countries like that. It ain't about how much money you got, how much money you gonna give the woman and all this, and help her family out and all this nonsense I be hearing. You know, that's the trick mentality. There's no honor being a trick. There's no honor being a trick. I already know the cultures and languages. Oh, really? What language? So these young men should leave in their 20s. I don't know about that. That's not realistic. You know, some people are not going to be able to go anywhere. That's just what it is. You know, some people are just not going to be able to leave like that. A lot of people's circumstances is different. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say that, but the reality is the majority of people are just not going to be able to go to other countries like that. You know, that's just what it is. I mean, it's okay to aspire and desire to go and travel and go places. You know, I mean, there's a lot of places you can go here in America. That's cool. But going overseas is not as easy for most people as you think. Even the people that can go, it's still not that easy because they have a lot of responsibilities. They have people that depend on them. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like everybody just pick up and leave and I got a bunch of money in my bank account, which some people do, and they still can't go because they have responsibilities. I use myself as an example. The past 10 years, I purposely did not want to go overseas because of my parents. My mom and my dad were sick. So I purposely wanted to stay as close as I could. And sometimes I would go home and stay, sometime 2 to 4 weeks ahead of, you know what I'm saying? I purposely did that because if anything was to happen to them, I would be close enough that I could get there within the 2 to 3 hour time frame or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, you know, they take care of their parents or they take care of their loved ones. So they just can't get up and just leave like that. and they have the money to leave. They can get a plane ticket. They got a passport and all that shit, but they just can't. A lot of people just can't get up and leave like that. You know what I'm saying? People have responsibilities, you know, and that's how it is. Exactly. Tricking. However, I blame Hollywood for that. Teaching, man, is crazy stuff. I know, but I can't make it. The pathway I will. I don't have dependents, and no one wants me here. Well, that's good. You don't have kids. You know, and that's another thing. Some people have kids. Some people have kids that they have to raise, and they have their parents get older. They have to look out for their parents. So some people have responsibilities. They just can't leave like that. You know, I mean, it sounds good. You know, in theory, it sounds you. And that's another thing on the internet. They be telling everybody, "Hey, get your passport, and hey, travel, go to Thailand, go to Brazil, go to Colombia." I'm like, bro, it's not really that easy for everybody like that. And a lot of times it's not a money thing. People have the money to go, you know. And even if they don't got the money, they'll put it on their credit card. These fools will put anything on their credit card. So they don't care. Put it on their credit card and pay it for it later. You know, so people have responsibilities, man. You know what I'm saying? People have people that they have to take care of their friend, their kids, and their family, their loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't got it like that. Like some people. There's some people that have no responsibility. All they have to do is take care of themselves. But there's a lot of people, they have responsibility. They have to take care of their kids. They have to take care of their parents, you know, or somebody they're close to. I know I stayed with my parents until they died. True enough, same thing with my mother. Exactly, Randy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, everybody ain't got it like that. You know, some of these guys and some of these men and women wish they could go to Colombia and ball out one weekend and have a good time and meet these beautiful women. Man, there's a lot of guys wish they could do that, but they can't do it. You know, they can't do it. You know, not at the moment anyway. Like, man, I gotta go to the job and work these 8 hours. And then when I get off, I gotta pick my kids up from damn school. You know? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that V8 thing is almost done. Oh, that's good, man. You know. You know, what's your percentage? How much you going for? How much is the percentage that you're going for? Yeah, a lot of people, man, you know. Now there's some people that, hey, they don't have no responsibilities, don't have no kids. They can pick up and go move to another country, meet a girl, and start a new family. And that's great. That's great, man. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You can do that. Don't be one of those guys that die alone, die in the house by yourself. No, that's degenerate behavior, man. That's like you came and left. You never was here. You die in the house by yourself. Nobody knows you. Nobody comes to see you. You have no friend. Hey, you're degenerate. Don't be like that. Don't be one of those guys and girls where you're a degenerate. You didn't produce anything. You didn't produce anything, and you didn't even bother to pass anything down. You didn't care. Because you looked at it like, I don't got no kids. And most of my relatives, they got their own family. So I don't really care where the money go at or whatever. I've accumulated over the years go at. I don't care nothing about the car. I don't care nothing about the house. When I'm gone, I'm gone. I don't care. That's degenerate way of thinking. Don't be like that. You know, die in the house by yourself on the couch. I know a girl that died like that. Well, 3 years ago? She died on the couch in Atlanta. She had no relatives. Or her relatives were overseas, some goddamn where. And she missed work for like a week. And the manager called the apartments where she lived at and said, "Hey, this woman ain't been to work in a week. Could you go to her apartment and see if she's in there?" So the manager knocked and knocked. She never came in. So the manager at the apartments knocked on the door, didn't get no answer. So the manager at her job came to the apartment and said, "Hey, could you open the door, or you got a master key, or could you call the fire department to take the door down?" So the manager at the job said, "Hey, I'll take full responsibility for any damages or whatever." So they went into the apartment, and the girl was on the damn couch, dead as hell. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like that. She was dead as hell. And they said she's been probably was dead for like 4 days. Don't know what happened to her. You know, don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Somebody might have killed the girl. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't got no kids, never been married. She basically came over here and just worked a job, and that's it. No job, no kids, no man, no house, no car, nothing. A degenerate. Don't be like that. You know, and people die like that all the time. I had a cousin that died like that in New York City. They found him in his apartment. Shit. By the time they found him in his apartment, he was stinking dead. It's been what, 2-3 weeks. By the time they figured out he was dead, and they opened the door, he was stinking. You know, as soon as they opened the door, he was stinking. He was in the bed by himself, dead as hell. That's degenerate behavior, bro. You know, don't be like that. You know, some of the stuff these guys say on the internet, it might sound good. Would it be like, "Nah, don't fuck with these hoes. Just get a blow-up doll or buy a robot and jack off," and all this nonsense. Come on, man. That's the best you can do, man. You know, it can't be that bad, bro. A lot of guys take things way too serious. Women don't take shit that serious. If a woman can be a scumbag. She might have got used and abused 50 times, but she still is going to be open to getting with a guy. She might talk shit. She might have issues. But if the right guy comes along, she still will be open to it. But you got some guys that's been so beat up and rejected, they're not even open to a woman. They're like, "Nah, fuck that man. I don't want to fuck that bitch. I'd rather just get a prostitute." How long you gonna keep doing that, bro? God damn. You gonna be a trick forever? A trick for life? God damn. That's, it ain't really that serious. You know what I'm saying? Look, some women just don't like you. And that's okay. Most people I don't like. And that's okay too. I'm not sure if everybody's even supposed to like you. You know what I'm saying? So why are you taking this thing so serious when you walk up to a woman and say, "Hello, how you doing? And she look at you and keep walking. Why are you taking this thing so serious? It's not that serious to me. She's just one person. Just one. That's it. Damn. Whew. Oh, the way back to 98, it was supposed to be 100%. I'm dying on for sure. I'm okay with it. I'm passing everything to my niece. Oh, okay. That's I'm a degenerate. I'm definitely not the right guy. Yep. Yummy. 99% of the female population. I don't know what you mean by it. You know. You're supposed to be 100%. No, you got to do one at a time, bro. You keep talking about 98. No, that shit don't matter what happened back in the day, bro. You got to do one case at a time. That doesn't work like that. It's one at a time. What happened in 98 doesn't matter no more. That shit don't matter no more. You can still use it to your advantage, but those files back then, they're old, outdated, doesn't matter. Forget about that shit. What matters is who you see today. The doctors you see today. That's the only thing that matters. Stick to the script. Stick to the script. You got to move forward, not backwards. A lot of us have bad habits of doing that. We keep thinking about what happened back in the day. That's back in the day is just what it is. Back in the day, you got to keep moving forward. That's just anything in life, really. I'm not saying you should forget about what happened, but just learn from it and move on. I'm an introvert in an extrovert society. I don't match here. Man, nobody's an introvert or extrovert all the time. I'm not an introvert. I'm both. So when people say they're an introvert, I'm like, you're not just one thing. It doesn't work like that. Nobody does. That's like people try to categorize themselves. They'd be like, oh, I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican. Well, you don't believe everything that the Democrats does. You don't agree with everything the Republican does. Nobody does. Nobody's like that. But people try to put themselves in a box. I'm not an introvert all the time. Sometimes I'm an extrovert. You know, sometimes I like to talk a lot, sometimes I don't. You know, it's people. I always thought that was weird when people try to put themselves in a box. Or they'll say what's popular. You know, and people don't really. Nobody really operates like that in reality. Yeah, it might sound good. Say, oh, you try to justify why you're quiet or why you're in a little shell in a little box by yourself or whatever. But the reality is, if you really wanted to talk and be more outgoing, you would do it. You do it when you're at work. You do it when you have to. But when you don't have to do it, or if you feel like you don't have to do it, all of a sudden, I'm an introvert. I mean, come on, man. I just never bought into the idea. I'm not the same person all the time. Sometimes I'm quiet. Sometimes I talk a lot. Sometimes I like to go to the mall. Sometimes I like to go to the beach. Sometimes I like, sometimes I like to be around a lot of people. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I like this type of woman. Sometimes I don't. You know, sometimes I like to be around my friends. Sometimes I don't. but I'm not just one type of person. It's like, that's weird. I always thought that was weird. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe maybe I'm unique. I'm not sure. But I just never really, people like say, well, the reason why I don't like to do certain things is because I'm shy. What? Yeah, but you got to do this for your class. Yeah, yeah, but were you gonna give up? Well, I'm an introvert. I'm like, or they'll say, well, I don't like to speak in front of people because I'm an introvert. I'm like, you speaking in front of people right now. You speak in front of people all the time. Well, when I'm go home, I'm quiet. I say that's weird to me, man. And a lot of people do it too. A lot of people do it from all walks of life. It's kind of like you have a rich guy that speak on stage, and he'll be on stage and say, "Hey, I'm really an introvert at heart. I'm not really an extrovert, believe it or not." You know what I'm saying? When I'm home, I'm quiet and I'm shy around my friends or whatever. I'm like, what? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's weird, man. And so I said, hey, when you get off the stage and go home, you quiet like a rat, like a church mouse, like they used to say back in the day. It was like, yeah. I'm like, you're a weirdo. You got some psychological problems. Yeah, that's not normal. Some people you just shut it off just like that, right? You know, you got some psychological problems. Or maybe you just train yourself to operate that way. It's the bad programming, man, is running rapid in America. This is a very corrupt society, and a lot of us buy into it. I just never bought into it. I pretty much reject most of the things that I hear. Because I didn't see it when I was growing up. I didn't hear people talking like this when I was growing up. So to me, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make. How does that make me better as a person? I mean, how does being an extrovert and an introvert make me better as a person? I just, that's the question that I always ask. And that's the question that I'm asking you too. How does being an introvert or extrovert make you better as a man or a woman? I'm saying the percentage that would be interest in me and the waste. I can't change society. I'm both, but in that area, I am an introvert. When you put me up to talk to me, I'm an extrovert. Relationships, I'm an introvert. No, you're not, and I'm an independent, by the way. You're independent. You're not an independent. You just made my point. Nobody's an independent. Now, you might have an independent way of thinking at times, but in reality, nobody's independent. No. Oh, man. Man, hey, man, share the video, man. I've been on here for like an hour now, like an hour, No, I'm not gonna let nobody on. Not tonight. I'm about to get off here. about to get off here. You know, yeah, yeah, I hit the Cash App. I hit the Cash App on the well. Okay. Let me make some real money. Now, I'm about to get out of here. You know, smash the like button, share the video. I'm about to get out here, like, you know, and oh yeah, don't forget about the Patreon. Don't forget about the Patreon. Check the Patreon out. You know what I'm saying? I uploaded a new video over there, new audio over there. Saturday. You know, I talk about a lot of stuff over there that I wouldn't dare talk about over here. You know, you know how that is. You know, I definitely will when it comes to. Yeah, I feel you, brother. Yeah. Shit, it's 1:17. So yeah, man, I'm gonna get off here, kick back, look at the television. That's gonna be it for me. You know, and pass out. You did. Ah, ah, ah. So hey, like, share the video, and all that good stuff. And till next time, I'm out. Peace.